Hi everybody, I'm Andrew Ferguson, Managing Director of West One Buy-to-Let Division, and I'm very pleased to be here today to have a chat about our thoughts and views on the market for 2023. So in buy-to-let, it's certainly 2022 was a very turbulent and challenging year for the sector, but having come back this year, we are cautiously optimistic that there's actually a lot of opportunity to capitalise on this year, and that's been echoed with the various broker visits and meetings that I've done in the first couple of weeks of the year so far. Whilst the purchase market is likely to be a bit more subdued than normal, I think there's massive opportunity in the refinance market, and although product transfers will be a much bigger issue within the market, actual remortgage refinances to different lenders are still a solution that many landlords require. I think 2023 for sure is a challenging year ahead, but I think there's lots of opportunity that comes with an unusual economic climate. The biggest issue that we're facing and seeing in buy-to-let that I'm sure many brokers or all brokers will empathise with is the interest coverage ratio challenges and landlords leveraging the type of loan size that they require. So the positive is that we've recently seen some settling down within the market in terms of interest rates, and that is beginning to feed through into product pricing. We're also seeing some innovation around how lenders are looking at the split between fee and rate to enable an appropriate mix to be found to leverage the maximum possible rate. I think there'll be a lot more innovation throughout this year that focus on that rate fee mix, as well as looking at opportunities to serve particularly high quality borrowers with innovative products such as reduced DSCR criteria, etc. As always, the growth of the specialist sector has been phenomenal, and I think will continue to do so because making money in buy-to-let is more important than ever. So whether it's using a SPV structure to save on the cost side of things, or whether it's looking at things like HMO, multi-unit blocks, holiday lets, etc. as a way of generating higher yields, then these are the types of opportunities that all brokers need to know about so that they can really support their landlord clients. I think the biggest issues that affect the market are obviously the interest rate environment that we're in and the challenges that we've seen through inflation, through the war in Ukraine, through the disconnect in the financial markets that came as a result of that. And it seems a while ago since we had the kamikaze budget, as it was known, back in September, that led to the real disconnect in the market. The real positive step is that things really do seem to have stabilised over the last month or so, and I think the outlook now is a lot more favourable than perhaps it looked previously, and I'm definitely beginning to pick that sentiment up through the landlords and the brokers that we deal with. There's more optimism than there's been for a good few months now, and I think people are genuinely now looking at ways of financing their properties rather than perhaps just sitting on their hands for a period and not doing too much. There definitely appears to be that impetus to try and look at finding solutions to their refinance needs in particular. And the market is definitely more favourable to helping more clients now than there would have been a few months ago. So look, clearly the economic environment brings with it challenges, and I think it's incumbent on us as lenders to try and help with some solutions as best as we possibly can. So we have recently looked at the higher fee, lower interest rate scenario that enables landlords to leverage more against their property values. We're also looking at some initiatives around being able to help high quality borrowers that have good profile and repayment history and experience in the rental market, how we can help those particular borrowers with perhaps things like reduced interest rate coverage ratios where appropriate. Obviously a big thing for us is making sure that by doing so we don't diminish any credit risk, and that's always at the forefront of our mind. But I think at this point in time the sector does need innovation. It needs lenders with a can-do attitude, and I think West One are known across the whole business for being one of the most dynamic and forward-thinking businesses, and it's really important to us that we keep that profile for the business moving forward. I guess the main market trends are the ability to diversify into specialist lending rather than just the small dinner party landlord who maybe has one or two properties rented on a standard AST basis. It's more now about looking at opportunities to increase yield, so maybe considering where you buy the property, look at opportunities to add value in terms of enhancing the property and making improvements to it that increase the rental coverage available on it, looking at things like HMOs or multi-unit freehold blocks where the yields are higher, as well as the need to support professional landlords, because inevitably when there's clearly with a more challenging economic environment and the potential for smaller scale landlords to perhaps be less inclined to increase portfolios or on some occasions to sell property, inevitably with that sort of market comes a lot of opportunity, and the larger scale, more professional landlords inevitably are seeing that as an opportunity to expand their portfolios and build. So it's not all doom and gloom, it's probably just building on the professionalisation of the sector that we've seen over the last 2 or 3 years, and I expect that to continue. So it's been really great having the opportunity to speak about our plans today. I hope you found it interesting. It's always fantastic to be able to share views, and more importantly for me actually to listen to our broker partners and customers about the challenges that they are seeing in the market. I think only by working together are we able to find the solutions that are needed for the buy-to-let sector. But let's be positive, there is a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of scope this year to really innovate and support high quality borrowers in particular, and that is our intention at West One, is to have a strong year in buy-to-let.